get me wrong, Doc. I'm not the guy to stop you on the street and ask you for free advice. No, sir.
Well, what's the trouble, George?
Trouble? Who said anything about trouble? It just happens I ran out of pills, that's all.
What pills?
There's no problem, Doc. You just write me out a prescription, and I'll go get it filled, okay, Doc?
Well, if you need medication, George, I'd be glad to write you out a prescription for it. Let's go up to the office, huh?
No, Doc, don't make a big deal out of it.
Well, I can't make anything out of it here in the streets, George.
All right, whatever you say, Doctor. You are the doctor. You like that? Not bad, huh? You're the doctor, Doc? Lead on.
George?
Thank you. I'm sorry about this, Doc. I don't mean to interfere with you on your day off.
Nonsense. Sit down.
Thank you.
You mentioned about a prescription?
That's right. Pills that old Doc Brooks used to give me. Well, I guess you know about that.
Oh, go on.
Well, steady pills is what Doc Brooks used to call them, but I guess it's all there in the records.
Well, I read your medical history right after Julie's accident, but right now I'd rather have you tell me about it, George.
Well, there's nothing to tell, Doc. I just need a handful of the pills, that's all. See, the way Doc Brooks and I had it figured out, a man like me, always on the go, on his toes every minute, why, I'd take a couple of these and they would help to calm me down.
Tranquilizers.
Well, I guess so. Not that I needed them, mind you, but, of course, after a hard day on the road, I would take one or two of these and they would help. It's just that they, well, they would only, well, you know. But the past couple of days have been, well, kind of rough, and the pills would help.
How long's it been since you had a tranquilizer, George?
Oh, pretty close to a week now.
How many do you take?
Well, like I say, just now and then, only when I have to.
How many a day?
Well, I told you, 1 or 2 or 3.
4 or 6 or 8.
Oh, all right, Doc. I didn't come here as a patient.
Well, I thought you did, George.
No, I only came in to get my old prescription filled. But if you don't want to help me, then we'll forget about the whole thing.
I do want to help you, George. I think you need help. I think you need professional care.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
I want to suggest something to you, George. I hope you accept it as my best professional advice. You get to Boston often, don't you?
This is my first stop, sure. Why?
Dr. Eubank has an excellent reputation. If you like, I'll telephone him and tell him that you're going to come see him. Huh? Now, here's his address.
Now, what do I want with a doctor in Boston?
Well, he's a psychiatrist, George.
You what?
Pills aren't the answer.
You mean you think I should see a head shrinker? Me?
I want you to get the best possible care.
Well, what do you know about that? Old George is off his trolley. Oh, come on, Doc. Why give me this big commuting routine? You got all the equipment right here. Look, you've got a latest model psychiatrist couch with power steering, built-in crying towel, huh? What do you want to know about me, Doc? You want to know about my dreams? Oh, I got dreams. Yes, sir. Hey, boy, I got them in all shapes, sizes, and colors. I got them to fit every occasion. And if that's not good enough, I can have some made up to order for you. Now.
It won't work, George. We both know that.
Try this one on for size, Doc. Hey, it is the last game of the World Series. Fenway Park is crowded to the rafters. Ah, boy, the last half of the 9th inning, 2 men out, the bases are loaded, and guess who steps up to the plate? Oh, come on, Doc, you can guess. You're right, it's all slugger George Anderson. Aha, he used to be quite a ball player, you know. I was even going to try out for the Red Sox once, only they... Oh, can you hear the crowd shouting my name? Huh? Sure you can hear it. I'll show that pitcher. I'll show them all. I'll show all those bums up in the stand. I'm not afraid of his fastball or his curve. I can hit a curve a country mile. All right, I'll let the fastball go by. I can wait. I know my pitch. What's 1 strike? The second ball hits the corner of the plate. Strike 2. I can still wait for it. I know my pitch. And here it comes. Here comes the big one, Doc. The one we've been waiting for. Here it comes. We're waiting. We're timing it out. Standing by. We're standing there. The next time they see that ball is going to be out somewhere on Boston Commons. Here it comes, Doc. Steady on now. We step into it.
happened then, George? George?
Look, Doc, you stick to your vitamin pills and your elastic bandages, and you leave the really fancy stuff to guys who really know what they're doing. Don't you worry about old George Anderson.
I am worried about you, George, about you and about Julie. She mustn't have any more of those accidents. She mustn't fall down the steps anymore. The next time you both may not be so lucky.
Are you trying to say I pushed her?
I want you to go see Dr. Eubank.
Oh, get off my back, Doc. So you're worried about Julie, are you? All right. You tell her for me, Doc, will you? I think she's working too hard. She's putting in far too much overtime. You do that, Doc?
Look, Julie, I'll go in first. Wait a moment and then follow me.
No, Les.
I'll be inside.
Isn't it wonderful, Julie? The crowd's even bigger than last year.
Yes, it is.
Bye-bye.
Wonderful. Les, if George should see us.
Never mind, George. I'm afraid I've created a problem for us. Betty caught me off guard and she found out about that night at the mill. It was stupid of me, clumsy and stupid.
In some ways, it's a relief. It was bound to come out sooner or later.
The important thing now is to repair the damage. Julie, you know the last thing in the world I want is to make things difficult for you.
It's over, Les. You know it and I know it. Look, we've caused too much suffering for too many people. It hasn't ended for them.
It's nonsense. We haven't hurt anyone.
We have. I want to resign, Les. It's a funny way to put it, isn't it? Your secretary wants to resign.
You can't.
It's really very strange. We both wanted something. I know I did. At least I'm honest enough to admit it.
I want you now, Julie.
I'll be in Monday. It'll look better if I give some kind of notice.
Julie, listen to me. I can't stay with Catherine. I mean it, Julie.
Oh, please, Les, don't do this to me. Les, we're not children.
Are children the only ones who feel things?
No, I have feelings. I have all kinds of feelings, Les. And right now I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of what I'd begun to feel for you. I'm ashamed of what my daughter thinks of me.
Julie.
I'm frightened, Les. I'm frightened of what's happening to her.
She's a kid. She'll get over Rod.
No, she won't.
I wasn't just talking, Julie.
I'll be in Monday to clean out my desk. Goodbye. Have you had anything to eat?
It's been quite a festival.
In some ways, I'm glad you know now.
No wonder Rodney wouldn't come anywhere near me.
Go ahead. I deserve the blame.
What good would that do?
Betty, I won't hurt you again, I promise.
The least you could have done was tell me.
Would that have changed anything?
I could have gone to him. I would have known why he'd changed. He loved me.
Betty, do you think you could hold him? Look at him.
I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm going to tell him. He has to know.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Betty, what do you want?
It's not what I want.
Well, then what is it?
Just what I said. I have to talk to you.
All right, we're talking.
About your father's office. Rod, I know.
What do you know?
About your father. My mother.